Hello, you lovely people, and welcome to another video of mine. Now, after a 13-year hiatus, the Prince of Persia returns in the Lost Crown. And thankfully, he hasn't forgotten how to parkour like a champ. Now, this is not a straight up sequel, but it's rather a fresh start. Embracing the Metroidvania genre with open arms, does the Lost Crown recapture the magic of the Sands of Time? Or is it lost to the sands of mediocrity? Let's unsheath our scimitars and delve into this swashbuckling adventure. So let's find out more about Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. First of all, this is going to be available on all the major platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and also the PC. Now, this is a platformer, and the heart of the Lost Crown lies in its movement. So, traversal, well, it feels like a dream. Now, the prince gracefully, you could say, vaults over rooftops, scales walls with almost balletic precision. And he also grapples across chasms with the agility of, you could say, a spider monkey. So each area is meticulously crafted, brimming with secret nooks and crannies to explore. And it rewards your curiosity with hidden treasures and also shortcuts. And mastering the prince's acrobatic repertoire is pure joy. And the level design also constantly pushes you to new heights. I mean, literally. So you can keep exploring, and it always keeps things fresh and exciting. And as far as combat goes, well, it takes a page from modern action adventure games, and it offers a satisfying blend of swordplay, tactical dodging. There's even ranged combat because you have this bow and arrow. So, ranged and melee combat. It has all the goodies that you need in a Prince of Persia game. And enemies also come in a decent variety. I had very limited time with the game, so I did not explore hours and hours of gameplay. But whatever time I had, I thoroughly enjoyed the game, I could say. And like I said, they do come in decent variety, the enemies that is, and each of them have their own attack patterns. Each of them have their own vulnerabilities. So you have some winged creatures, you have some, I wouldn't exactly call them like very powerful sub boss, but there are different enemy difficulty levels as well, even in the ones that I came across in my very limited time. And each of them have their own weaknesses, and learning to exploit these weaknesses and chain together combos, it feels gratifying, it feels really satisfactory. And especially when you pull off a perfectly timed parry as well, it leaves your foe, you could say, open for a devastating counter attack. And speaking of these counter attacks, there are a couple of them that you can access. You can change, swap a few of these special moves, so to speak. And while the action, the combat is not as deep as some of the action games that I've played recently, but the combat in The Lost Crown is never a chore, and it seamlessly integrates with its platforming. And overall, it makes for a very dynamic and a very engaging experience, you could say. Now, there's no doubt about the fact that there is a lot of inspiration taken from Metroidvania, and that is where the Lost Crown truly shines, because you can unlock new abilities uh, to improve upon your traversal options. And once you find these, you could say, these traversal options, you will be able to access previously inaccessible areas. So, what this makes you do is it kind of makes you go back to places, and it allows you to revisit those areas with newfound eyes, you could say. And it's always great finding a hidden passage or places where you couldn't reach before, yeah, because you could finally tackle that challenging platforming section, you could say, with your maybe new ability, a new hook, maybe. So it's satisfying, is what I can say. The interconnected world is the world map, that is also a joy to explore, because you will come across a character which will give you access to a map and how to use the map, how you can take pictures so that you can create a memory and all that stuff as well. So it's pretty nice. I mean, so as you progress, as you move around the map, it gives you a sense of progression, which is close to addictive, and it constantly pushes you to uncover the next secret. Uh, it constantly pushes you to upgrade so that you're prepared for that next boss encounter. And as far as the world goes, man, it's a stunning world. It paints this beautiful picture of Persia, and it has crumbling ruins. It has majestic waterfalls cascading down, moss-covered cliffs. The art style also is very vibrant. It's very stylized, and it has this you could say this distinct emphasis on hand-painted textures and the overall character designs as well. So the menus also, well, it's not very flashy. It's not overly simplistic. So it's right there. I would say it's kind of a treat, and it's adorned with these uh, intricate Persian tile work and very subtle animations. So don't expect this game to push the technical boundaries or anything like that, but the game definitely oozes charm. It has a personality of its own for sure, and it's creating a world that's both breathtaking and also inviting. And all, however, is not that great because it does fall short in a few areas, but it excels in most of the areas, but it's not without its flaws. The story, it's serviceable. Again, I had very limited time, but what I found out was these dialogues, well, they're not memorable. Some of them can be a little cheesy as well. And it depends on very familiar or very similar mechanics over and over again. So same game, different name is how I would put it in short. And while the Metroidvania inspiration or elements, it's pretty strong here. The backtracking can feel a little excessive at times, especially when you need to trek across the entire map to access a newly acquired ability. So, well, these are areas which are not quite, you could say, sensational. But overall, if I have to bring it all together, well, it is definitely a triumphant return to the series, and it captures the essence of what made the Prince of Persia games so beloved, what made the game overall, the character overall, so loved, that it had so many sequels. There is this acrobatic mastery that you have. You have environmental puzzles. You have the sense of adventure, which is still there. And while some aspects of the story or the boss fights, well, it could use more polish. The game, although, in some areas it looks so beautiful, in some areas it looks really, really crappy. For instance, I don't know if you've noticed when I just started this video off, you can go back. If you take a look at those grass textures, man, that's horrible. But the particle effects in this game, man, it's beautiful. The particle effects are really great. And the core gameplay, I would say, that's what we're here for. The core gameplay is pure fun, and it offers this really satisfying blend of platforming, of combat, of exploration. It's just right. So if you're looking for a Metroidvania type of game with a unique twist, with stunning visuals, with exhilarating acrobatics, the Lost Crown is definitely worth your time. But just be prepared, I would say, for a few sand in your shoes moments as well along the way, because sometimes it can be really frustrating when you can't access those areas that you want to. I mean, there's the shield that will stop you from going there. So these things can be frustrating, and you will have to backtrack a lot to come back to that area. So these things can be a little frustrating. But overall, I would say, yeah, it's a game which is back to form, although it does not follow the truly 3D action game formula right now. I would say it's more like a 2.5D, not exactly a 2D, like a flat 2D. It's more like a 2.5D. You can even, move the camera around a bit with your joystick. So overall, it's a game which I enjoyed my time with. And I always say this, in whichever gameplay videos that I make, if you are able to enjoy any game for around 45 minutes to an hour, then you know that you're going to play it through. Because some games in the first 20, 25 minutes only, you will know that, man, it's a bore. But here, there is something to do every few seconds. Like every 5 or 6 seconds, you'll come across an enemy. Every 5 or 6 seconds, there's some platforming element that will challenge you, that will entertain you. Every, again, few seconds, there's something, some nook or corner that you have to explore. So that is what a game should do. It should keep you occupied, your brain's occupied, and that is something that this game does beautifully. So, would I recommend The Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown? Well, of course I will. It's a game which I completely enjoyed. And in my first playthrough, in my first session, 45 minutes went through like this. I did not even notice that I had played this game for 45 minutes. That's how entertaining this game is. So forget about the fact that it's not a 3D game, like a 3D action game. This 2.5D platformer, this Metroidvania inspired platformer will entertain you out and out. So I will definitely recommend Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Again, it's available on all consoles and also on the PC. And I hope this personal opinion of mine, because this is not a review, I have not played the whole game, so I can't really give you my exhaustive review. But whatever time I have spent with this game, I have given you my personal opinion about this game. And hopefully, it will help you make a decision whether you want to purchase this game or not. Because at the end of the day, we want to play games which will entertain us for hours and it'll bring a smile on our faces. So, is it worth that smile or laughter on your faces? I personally think that yes, this is that swashbuckling adventure which will bring a smile and a laughter on your faces. And I think you should try it out. That's my personal opinion. However, if you feel otherwise, let me know in the comment section. Why do you feel otherwise? Again, it's not a perfect game, but hey, it is a very, very good game back to form. And I'm glad that they brought the Prince of Persia franchisee back so that we can experience all of this together. So that's it for this video, folks. Hope you have enjoyed this video. And if you've liked this video, please do hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And also share this video with your friends and family members because, again, YouTube algorithm, it has changed. Now it gives me brownie points every time you share my video. So sharing this video also really helps with the algorithm and all that stuff. And of course, your comments, your likes, your subscribe, all of that helps my channel grow because it is, at the end of the day, you who are making my channel go and grow. So I really appreciate your support and help and love, and I thank you in advance for doing all those things like, subscribe, bell icon, and also hitting that share button. Well, that's it for this video, folks. It's a wrap for this one, but I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.